back to school because
What's Mommy doing?
Mom's at home and having peace and quiet. I think right now she's crying.
Think she's crying because you're not there? Oh my goodness. What have you been doing at home with your phone?
Oh, my previous too. I need one of those that's showing on at home too, a little one.
She's making videos at home, teaching videos at home for her animals and dolls and stuff like that. She gets all bossy, tells them to get their work done and all kinds of stuff like that. So she's kind of fascinated by this video school. All right, goodbye.
Bye.
All right, 7th grade, this is your language lesson for Wednesday, April the 1st. We are going to grade some of lesson 9, and I want the grade recorded. Some of you did not do very well in including everything that you need to have when you hand things in. I have a list of things that I wanted. On Friday I posted it saying hand this in, and you were supposed to, from lesson 6, you were supposed to write how many wrong you got on the things that we graded on lesson 6 on your quiz in the spelling score spot, and a number of you did not. Maybe one or so did not hand in the math lesson that you were supposed to. So please, 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 I need this grade for lesson 9. I need you to grade this carefully and to write the number wrong on the quiz that you're going to take tomorrow. Quiz 2 in language is tomorrow, if you're paying attention to your schedule. All right, so we're going to grade a number of these, and please grade it accurately. Keep track of the number wrong, and we will record them and put the number wrong on your quiz tomorrow. And I will remind you tomorrow morning before you take the quiz. I will just have a little short video just talking a little bit about the quiz and reminding you to put this grade on there. So we are going to grade some of lesson 9. First of all, I am going to give you a quiz on your reference sheet. So put everything away, get out a piece of paper, your pencil, and put your reference sheets away. It is time that you know the material that's on your reference sheet. All right, so this quiz for you will be on the 7th grade reference sheet as well as the 6th grade reference sheet. So please have a piece of paper out and get ready to do number 1. All right, number 1 is, I want you to list all of the subordinating conjunctions. All of the subordinating conjunctions, they are on your reference sheet. I want you to list all of them, please, by memory. No looking at the reference sheet. I might not give you enough time in between. You can come back and watch the video again to finish taking the quiz. All right, number 2. Today is April the 1st, and this reference sheet quiz is an April Fool's joke. You do not have to take a quiz on the reference sheet. All right, so you can put that piece of paper away again, and you can stop being all freaked out about this quiz because we're not taking the quiz. All right, open your books to lesson 9, page 32. And we're going to grade a couple of these diagrams. I want you to grade these carefully, okay? Because I need these grades. So follow after. Pay attention to what we're grading. I will write on the board then the numbers that we graded so that you can go back, get the number wrong, and put it on your quiz then tomorrow. Number 1, page 32, lesson 9, diagramming compound complex sentences. Number 1, the diagram is given you. All right, I'm just going to start from left to right. On the top line, you should have Blaise Pascal. Okay, that's the name of the guy. I think he's French, maybe. Blaise Pascal. The verb is invented, and the direct object is calculated. Under invented, you have the prepositional phrase in 1642. Those dates like that, in 1642, that's a prepositional phrase. And then under calculator, the first. So all you're doing is marking wrong. If you have the wrong word and the wrong blank, you need to mark one wrong. Okay, don't make it two because you have the wrong word there. It's just if you don't have Blaise Pascal invented calculator, if you're missing any of those, one wrong. Prepositional phrase in 1642 under invented, the first, adjectives under calculator. Then you have the dotted line and the line for the conjunction but. Now that next line down is the second part of your compound sentence. It was different. Different being a predicate adjective. It was different. Under different, very, and then a prepositional phrase, from those. Okay, very is an adverb, from those is an adverb phrase. And then the very bottom, the dependent clause, that, and the verb are used. That is the subject. Are used is the verb, and under are used is today. Right? If you didn't get all that, just look at the video again for this part. Go back to this part and check it out again. Number 5, we need to grade. And here is a look at number 5. So this is number 5, page 33. All right? Hopefully you have something close to this. Now I was looking at this Leaning Tower of Pisa and trying to figure out, if they want this as this could be a participle. It's a leaning tower, but this is just the subject, okay? If you have tower as the subject and of Pisa as a prepositional phrase and leaning as an adjective, just let that go, okay? Don't worry about that. So you can have this, but Leaning Tower of Pisa is simply the name of one place, one famous place. So that can be on the subject. But again, if you have tower or if you have tower as the subject and leaning of Pisa underneath there, just let it go. Okay, don't worry about that. But just, from now on, something like that, Statue of Liberty, that would be one compound noun, okay? The needs to be down here though, okay? So the needs to be the adjective. You don't say, the name is Leaning Tower of Pisa. Actually, if you have the up there with it, let it go this time. But the should be down here, okay? Understand that about the Leaning Tower of Pisa, the subject, all right? So we have, I missed something here. Yes, I did. I will get that then. Let's stick that in right away. Leaning Tower of Pisa. Yes. Here it is. Right? All right. The Leaning Tower of Pisa. Leans is the verb. Did you catch the compound preposition? Because of. Okay, first I was looking at because as a dependent clause, right? Subordinated conjunction, but there's no subject and verb. Okay? This is just a prepositional phrase. Because of mistake A. So if you have this diagram somewhere, somehow as a dependent clause, make that two wrong. You should not have, because a dependent clause must have a subject and a verb, right? And there is none here. So because of mistake A, prepositional phrase under leans. Then you have the indication that it's a compound sentence, the semicolon in here, connected to the verb of the next part of the compound sentence. Ground, caused, tilt. Actually, tilt, sorry. The semicolon needs to go from verb to verb. I apologize. All right, verb to verb. Ground caused tilt. It's famous under tilt. The soft under ground. And the ground, you have the adjective clause then, that supports it. Direct object, it. Ground, that supports it. Ground goes to the subject, dotted line. All right, check that out. That is what that one looks like. Go back to the table. Go back to the table right now. There's the scissors. Go. Sorry, Ellie was crashing around. All right, so far we have lesson 9, number 1 and 5 graded. Now please look at the next page, number 15. You're supposed to circle the pronoun and underline the antecedent of each. And I did this just because it's been a while since we did this. The antecedent are the word or words that the pronoun takes the place of. So number 15, you should have circled they. If you have circled the they apostrophe L-E, I'm fine with that. They is officially the pronoun. Circle they or they'll, and then you should have Kent, John, and Scott underlined. Okay? Any missing is wrong, any extras are wrong. Kent, John, Scott underlined, they or they'll circled. That's 15. 21 and 23. Number 21, underline the subjects once and the verb twice. 21, Caleb underlined once. Glued, punched, threaded, underlined twice. Caleb underlined once. Glued, punched, threaded, underlined twice. Number 23. Put parentheses around prepositional phrases. For the little Indian boys, in parentheses, instead of something, instead of is a compound preposition, instead of something, so if you miss the instead, if you just have of something, one wrong. If the parentheses are at the wrong place, or if you're missing a phrase. For the little Indian boys, parentheses, instead of something, parentheses, and for herself, in parentheses. And now, turn to the spelling, 26 through 44. So this is what I need a grade for. 1, 5, 15, 21, 23, and then the spelling, 26 through 44. Have your number wrong, put this on the quiz tomorrow. 26 is surgery. 27, physical. 28, allergy. 29, antibiotic. 30 is nausea. 31, immune. 32, hygiene. 33, surgeon. 34, ambulance. 35, appointment. 36, bacteria. 37, thermometer. 38, vaccination. 39, stethoscope. 40, suture. 41, sanitary. 42, physician. 43, contagious. 44, virus and infection. You can put your number wrong for these on the top of the lesson 9, and then tomorrow I will remind you to put the number wrong on your quiz number 2. The checklist for quiz number 2 is on page 36 and 37. I am going to look at the quiz now and just talk to you a little bit about what you need to know for quiz 2. What do single quotation marks do? So single quotation marks are shown to, or are put in to show what? They are put in to show quotes within a quote. Anything that needs to be in quotation marks that are already in a direct quote need a set of single quotation marks. So if you have somebody talking about a chapter, a poem, the name of a song, so you have their quote, the song leader said, turn to number 216, Amazing Grace. Right? The song leader said, turn to song number 216, Amazing Grace. Now that goes in quotation marks. But then the Amazing Grace needs a set of single quotation marks within that. So know how to know that definition. Single quotation marks are used to set off a quote within a quote. What kind of sentence contains only one independent clause? A sentence that is just one independent clause is a simple sentence. A sentence containing two or more independent clauses is a compound sentence. Know those things. You will have 6 sentences where you need to underline the subjects and the verbs, and then you underline the subjects once, the verbs twice, and then you need to identify them as either simple sentence or compound sentences. Okay? Compound sentences is when Mr. Lauren was making a video and Ellie was writing. That's a compound sentence. Okay? Mr. Lauren was making, and your conjunction, Ellie was writing. Right? That's a compound sentence. So be able to find the subjects and the verbs in those kinds of things. I should have counted for sure. I think, watch for helping verbs, verb phrases. Make sure you include all that. There's a section of 3 sentences that have quotes within quotes. So make sure that you can recognize what needs to be put in single quotation marks within the double quotation marks. There are 2 places where you need to turn 2 separate sentences into complex sentences. That means you will be either using a subordinating conjunction with an adverb clause or a relative pronoun for an adjective clause to connect the sentences. All right? So just like I said, Mr. Lauren was making a video, and you could have Mr. Lauren was making a video, and Ellie was writing. So you could have, while Mr. Lauren was making a video, Ellie was writing. Something like that. Okay? So turn the 2 sentences into one sentence by making, and you can make any other part the dependent clause, subordinate conjunction or relative pronoun. Then there are several diagrams, and most of the diagrams you will find, maybe all of the diagrams I think, you will find gerunds and gerund phrases. Lessons 1 and 2 in this book talks about gerunds and gerund phrases, how to diagram them, and things like that. One of the diagrams, a big diagram, is given for you already. I will give you another one, okay? And you will notice on them that there are gerunds, and that will remind you to look out for gerunds. There are 5 diagrams altogether. The first one is a big long sentence, but that diagram is given you. Most of the others are just short sentences, so it shouldn't be too complicated. Quiz number 2 tomorrow. Thank you.